Well Affairs, Fort Worth, Texas.
Welcome from Texas.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We'll be getting started in just a moment. Go ahead and make your last minute phone calls, last minute text messages to anybody who you want to make sure that you get invited to join your trading community. And we'll be getting started at the top of the hour. So again, take full, take full advantage of this opportunity. Go ahead and follow up with your people. Now, for those of you who are on right now, you want to state your name, where you're calling from, we'll go ahead and do that now.
Laura Johnson, South Carolina.
Nancy Johnson, South Carolina.
Yeah. All right. Carla, can you hear me?
Recording in progress.
Toya, can you hear me? Okay, great. Awesome.
Loud and clear, sir.
Just want to make sure. So, guys, like I said, we'll get started and stop at the top of the hour. If you have not gotten yourself something to write with, something to write on, you might want to do that. Also, want to make sure you get yourself in a nice, quiet spot so you can take some copious notes. And we'll be getting this thing started, like I said, at the top of the hour. My name is Samuel Bean. I'm the VP of Sales for the BYLD Trading Academy, and I will be your host and communicator this evening. So, look forward to doing that.
This is Joe from Rockford.
Let's see here. All right, guys. I want to make sure that you go ahead and take this last 60 seconds and make your last minute phone calls and your last minute text messages out. I know this is also going live in our Facebook group. Want to make sure that you guys go ahead and tag your partners and to the stream so they can actually see it now or they can see it later. But definitely looking forward to having this conversation with you guys this evening. Let's see here. Okay, great, guys. We'll go ahead and get this show on the road. And like I said, my name is Samuel Bean. I am the VP of Sales for the BYLD Trading Academy. And tonight, we're going to talk about three things that are going to keep most people up at night. Laying awake in the bed at 3 o'clock a.m. trying to figure out, what's next, what can they do to stop the bleeding. And it's not going to be the three things that you think, guys. First thing is that, they don't believe in themselves enough. They don't give themselves enough credit. Two, they don't believe in other people, right? And three, they're stuck in a box. And and we're going to talk about those things, especially in the industry. We're going to talk about tonight because a lot of people have shifted into this industry. A lot of people have taken control of their lives. They're no longer worried about the economy and the people who are running it, right? Because they run their own economy. And I get really, really excited when I see people who take charge of their lives financially, and they can go out there and build a financial firewall around, their family's household economy. And so, like I said earlier, this is Samuel Bean. And guys, just kind of give you a little bit of background about myself real quick here is from Houston, ex-military veteran, Desert Storm veteran. When I say we, my wife and I, we've been blessed to be in, I would say, in the proximity of people who are extremely successful that we learned a lot from. So much so that we were able to earn seven figures in three different industries. Okay, and Never ever will say that to impress you, but to impress upon you that the person that you are listening to knows a little bit about money. And, I'm not a one-trick pony. I have had to reinvent myself many, many times over because, again, what goes up sometimes will come down, and a lot of times it's not your fault. So tonight, I want to make sure that, you actually learn something that's a life skill that can put you in a position where whether you're here tonight to make a little bit of extra money, to come in here and make a lot of extra money and kind of get rid of them gigs like Uber, DoorDash, and all of those things that people are doing right now in the gig economy, or just trying to change your whole entire plan A, to a different plan A. Guys, we have it here for you. So again, make sure you get yourself in a position where you can take some notes, and we'll go ahead and get this conversation started. Now, when you look at the fact that we are talking about money, I want to make sure you understand that I am not a financial advisor. I do want to make sure you guys are here to understand that I am going to talk about money, and I may give some examples of what helped me become successful and what helped myself and my wife achieve some financial, success. But this information that you'll hear, from this conversation is going to be for educational and informational purposes only. Okay. The Build Network, Omni, and Algo Alpha do not guarantee any income or financial results. And just make sure you understand that trading does involve risk, and past performances does not guarantee future successes. Okay, so any of the participants that are here today, guys, we're encouraging you to use your discretion and seek independent financial advice before making any trading decisions. Okay, and as you can see there, highlighted in yellow, do not ever give anyone your money to trade for you. And I added that there because I want to make sure you get an opportunity to learn from my mistakes. Okay, and when COVID hit, we had people who um, basically just came home and nobody had any place to go. And a lot of people learning how to trade, right? And trading was still foreign to me. So, I really and truly did not um, want to, learn that skill that people were trying to teach me. So a couple of years passed, trading that got really, really familiar and comfortable. And it started to be one of those things that have been around. It wasn't just a fad or a trend. It was just something that was going to be here forever, basically. And everybody had an idea that when it came to them trading for you, and people that we trusted came to us and said, "Hey, look, we have you know, um, a firm, a trading firm, that a hedge fund company that will trade for us." And these people are multiple seven-figure individuals that we respected. As we changed hands, multiple six figures, and guess what? We never got that money back. And that was a really expensive college course that we learned, and one that you get a chance to learn from us. And I have a quote, and I'll share it with you. You may even want to write it down and keep this with you. But anytime you have a transaction where you have a person with the experience and you have the person with the money, they come together and have that transaction, right? The person with the money leads with the experience, and the person with the experience leads with the money. And we left with a multiple six-figure experience. So this is something that you can actually do on your own, guys, or make sure that you are rocking with an accredited uh, trading firm, hedge fund company, or people who have the proper credentials to share with you their algorithm systems and things like that. So just want to make sure that you get that out of the way. But now when we talk about the ways you actually earn money, okay, there's a guy by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. A lot of you guys may remember him. Wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Robert, that book taught a lot of people about money, and it taught it to people in the simplest forms. But one thing it talked about was the four quadrants. And when you look at the four ways that people make money, as an employee, that's where most people start. Okay? Most people start their journey here. A lot of people don't stay here though, right? They then migrate over to the self-employed where you might be a doctor, a landscaper, a realtor, a mortgage broker, insurance agent, whatever it is, working for yourself. Okay. And then you look at the four percenters who are business owners, people who own companies that have more than 100 people in those companies and they employ people, right? And then you have the one percenters, the people who actually put the coveralls on their money and send their money out to work for them, right? And that's where you ultimately want to be. That's where you ultimately want to make sure that you hang your hat. You want to make sure you have your money working for you in passive spaces, different investments, and things like that. So um, when I look at these numbers, guys, and you look at the total overall, and when I say polarizing differences, guys, 95% make only 5% of the world's wealth, and 5%, makes 95% of the world's wealth. And that's a staggering number, right? And so, again, this is something that when you look at trading, and the thing about trading I love is that trading is going to teach you about economics. It's going to teach you about money. It's going to teach you about finances. It's going to increase your financial and economical IQ, right? To where now you understand what's going on around the world that may impact, again, the economic, house, the economy around your household. So when you look at the Bill Trading Academy, guys, the Bill Trading Academy combines the experience of master traders with the genius and simplicity of our Einstein scanner and our automated trading app, Omni. And when you look at trading, trading can actually help you build your own economy, as I've talked about. You have a lot of people right now who, it doesn't matter who's in office, who the president is, who's running the country, because, they are going to be okay. They've already put themselves in a position where they never have to worry about money again as long as you live. And then you have the other people who have a tanking economy. They have people who have a household who may have one or more, people who just became unemployed. Remember, last year, all the way up to November of 2025, you had 1.4 million people lose their jobs last year. We walked into 2026 with 7.2 million people unemployed, right? And so, yeah, some economies right now, under some rules right now, that are not doing good at all. And so, the Build Trading Academy was created so that people all around the world would be able to make some considerable income and also take control of their finances, insulate themselves from the uncontrollable things like COVID, layoffs, rising costs of living, and even more. So when you look at what we're offering you guys today, guys, we're offering you some what we call income insurance. And so you have car insurance, you have life insurance, home insurance, you have insurance for everything except for income insurance. And kind of give you an idea what that looks like when you have multiple streams of income, guys, and you lose your main one, right? That income insurance is those other income streams that keep you afloat and keep the rent paid, keep the car notes paid, keep the lights on, and keep you from stressing out until you replace the plan A, right? And so we've had that, and I'm just telling you, we've had to actually use that. And so make sure that you guys get as much information as you can today because we want to make sure you do the same for yourself. Now, why should you learn how to trade with us, guys? You should learn how to trade, period. Like I said, it's a life skill. But when you learn how to trade, it's because you can trade anywhere around the world with no boundaries. Okay? You can be your own boss, have no employees, no inventory, the infrastructure is needed. You get a chance to build a life skill that could potentially supplement your income or replace it. And you want to make sure that you learn how to trade so you can learn, what you need to do to set the right example for the next generation. And I had the opportunity to, watch my son, this weekend when we had trading training. Got a chance to, just talk to Latoya Landry as, she talks about how it feels to have her son Cameron, trade with her, or Dale Boudreaux, when he talks about how he gets a chance to trade with his son Dale Jr., right? And these are things that, it brings us joy because again, as a company, we want to make sure we impact the lives of people all around the world. And this is when you can actually teach something, to, one of your children or one of your grandchildren and now start to break generational curses, guys. It's just nothing like it. Okay. But, when you learn how to trade, you get a chance to impact the economy under your roof, and you no longer have to rely solely on the banks, jobs, or outdated systems that most other people do. Right. And when you look at how banks, when we talk about banks, and since I mentioned it, I really and truly appreciate, the way banks make their money, the way they run their companies. And they do everything off of everybody else's money, right? You look at, the fact that when you actually open up a bank account, you sign, a power of attorney, you sign the rights to that money over to the bank. The bank can now use it any kind of way they want. And So now they put your money in the bank. They start trading your money, right? And that's the thing I want to make sure you understand. You think it's just sitting there. It's not. It's in the market. It's in the forex market. It's in the futures market. It's in the options market. It's being traded. It's being used. It's being loaned out to other people, and other people are paying interest back to the bank on your money. Okay? Everybody uses your money the proper way except for you. And so we want to make sure that you really grab hold of this information. And if you don't take anything else, take these understandings. Okay. But here are the fastest growing demographics when it comes to trading and people who are joining trading. You have junior and senior college students, next gen entrepreneurs and digital nomads who grew up with crypto, YouTube, TikTok education. These people who are already familiar with that space, right? The ambitious professionals who want to take control of their income and their time. These are people who are tired of just trading their time for money or trading their skill for money. They want to make sure that they go out there and create some other, avenues of approach where they can go out there and do something that has no limit or no cap on their income. Parents who care about teaching their kids financial literacy and life skills, what I talked about earlier. Trading communities that are looking for an edge with elite tools and technology and real education. Right. So you got these trading communities that they really are expanding. They're blowing up. I had a conversation with a young lady this morning, by the name of Rosemary, who is in Kenya, Africa. We're going to be doing a launch call for her this Sunday. And so she's going to start to build her trading community in Africa. Okay. We have people all around the world that we're working with because trading crosses all borders. Okay. You have creators who are looking for a new market to learn and monetize. And when I say creators and influencers, these people have large followings. And so now they're converting their, followers over to this side of the subscription-based arena where they now can use their popularity for profitability. Now, when you look at the build ecosystem, guys, we're all about wealth building. Okay? We're all about working hard and working hard for people, but we're also about playing hard. And we love to travel around here. And then you also have your personal freedoms like financial freedom and time freedom being the obvious ones. But then you have stress freedom. Okay? Then you have location freedom. Right? These are freedoms that people don't get a chance to experience. But you once you master the art of trading, guys, you can and you should. Now, when you look at the markets, um, unlike some companies, and we don't knock any company for being a one-trick pony. If you want to be just a Forex trading company, that's fine, and specialize in that. If you want to be a crypto trading company, that's fine, specialize in that. But guys, we actually do, all of the strategies, right? We have trainers, who trade in Forex. We have trainers who train in crypto. We have trainers that train in futures as well as options and more. Yeah. And so we want to make sure that we cater to, all of the people who are wanting to do business in this trading space. Okay. And so it's one of those situations where you have companies that want to make everybody fit into one box and trade on one strategy. It's not us. So training curriculum, guys, you have the foundational training, and you can see, everything that we offer there from, intro, to trading gold and major pairs, stocks, options, futures, crypto, all the way down to demo trading, and that's the thing that I love about trading, period. You get a chance to learn while you earn, but you get a chance to learn with monopoly money, right? You get a chance to learn with fake money. You blow an account, guess what? You go back and you want to learn from every experience. So when you get your money in the market, guess what? You're more confident with it. Trading essentials, from how to make a trading plan all the way down to trade psychology, which means that when you look at mental toughness, mental focus, all the emotional sophistication, all these things that are needed to be a great trader. We're going to work with you on that because we want to make sure that we don't put you in a position where you're making decisions outside of logic and discipline, right? But tools and software, hey, we have scanners, indicators, Omni, Algo. These are softwares and apps that we have as well. So the thing that I want to talk about before I actually talk about those things is this, though. The reason why most people do not trade again is because, as I started off, they don't believe in themselves, right? And they need help. They need mentorship. They need coaching. They need, access, to classes, videos. They need, to really be taught, right? And That's not going on in many places around the world when it comes to these people who are trading, who are selling trading programs. Okay, but for us, we actually have an elite squad of individuals who are very, very experienced when it comes to the art of trading. And as you can see, when you look at the bilingual lineup that we have here, JCL La Cuenta teaches futures in Spanish and in English, and he just started teaching CFDs as well. Okay, then you have Donnie Pips, forex master trader. This guy is a seven figures quant trader, right? He has a black belt in Six Sigma, right? And so, but he has the E3 strategy that's been taught all around the world, and we actually use his technology, his Einstein technology, here in our company to help help us trade. And you have Roxy Castellano, she trades options. And the thing I love about Roxy is that, you know, she's traded, for, not just traded for years and taught people how to trade for years, but she trades and she focuses on children as well as, her women's groups. She can train anybody. But, again, those are, just some of the things that I get excited about when I think about her and what she's doing. All of these individuals have a lot of experience, ladies and gentlemen. They're all master traders, and guess what? They all have groups that they trade for outside of our company. So they already had their community. They already had their community before they joined ours. Okay, but when you look at the tools and software, the first thing I want to talk about is Einstein, the scanner. Guys, this scanner is amazing. As a matter of fact, it's extremely intelligent. And you have to imagine, having the smartest piece of trading technology in the world making financial decisions with you. Okay. Not for you, making it with you. We want to make sure you're learning while you're earning, but we want to make sure that you're learning with Einstein being your personal trading assistant. Okay. And so what Einstein does, it identifies high probability trade setups that line up with what you have been learning, right? Whatever Donnie Pips has been teaching on his E3 strategy, Einstein is going to identify in the market, is going to alert you, right? And then once you get that alert, you analyze it, and then you get into the market, you push the button. Okay. And so that's what I love about it. It doesn't just send out alerts, it empowers you to trade with confidence by pinpointing winning trades through the data-driven signals based on, again, what you were taught in the classes. So it's kind of like, you riding a bike with training wheels, all right? And so it's going to be there with you guys. And as a matter of fact, my wife, she is one of those individuals who she loves, you know, uh, the Einstein scanner. When Einstein, it sends her alert, it goes to her watch, right? And when it hits her watch, she runs to the table to her laptop, and her laptop is already open to the market. She goes in, she looks at the information, she analyzes it, and she gets into the market and hits the button, takes the trade. And my wife is a winning trader now. And so I get excited about that. Now, she actually trades. For me, I'm one of those individuals that I like to be traded for, right? I want something to do the work for me based on my schedule, right? I don't have the luxury to learn how to trade at this moment, okay? But, Omni is something that's going to allow people, it's an app that's going to allow people all around the world to have it done for you, right? But Omni trading is technology, that platform that can mirror advanced algorithms or live professional traders to execute trades based on predefined criteria. Okay. It's designed to minimize human intervention and capitalize on market opportunities faster. So when you look at Omni, the benefits out the gate are speed, efficiency, reduced emotional bias. And, right now, we started live. I said this says coming soon, but we started live on Monday, and Omni is rocking and rolling. Trades have been taken, and people are actually happy. Right. So when you look at Algo Alpha, we started Algo Alpha live about a month and a half ago. And, when you look at what Algo Alpha is an institutional grade trading software that can mirror advanced algorithms and professional traders to execute the trades on your behalf, right? Our users choose the broker, you set up the trading accounts, and you start to pretty much manage them on your own. You can even set the risk, that, you want your accounts traded on. Okay, you'll manage your account once it's set up. No manual management of trades is actually needed. but you can add or withdraw funds at any time through your broker. No one has, control of your money except for you, right? Now, I said we've actually been partnered with them and using their system for a little bit over a month, but they've been in business for over 3 years. They have over 3,000 clients, right? And again, this is where I have my account at. And, I get excited because you can go directly to um, my FX book, and you can see all the results that they've actually gotten, right? And I'll show you after I show you the trade execution in real time. This is what it looks like right here. You go from market data to technical analysis to buy sell decision to trade execution, and it's over, right? The deal is done. I get an email, guys, every time the Algo Alpha software goes into the market and takes a position for me, right? And so I know when it's in, I know when it's out, and when it's out, I just go and see, whether I won or whether I lost, right? And like I said, in trading, you win and lose. The thing I love about this company is that when you look at Algo Alpha, um, there's way more winning than losing. Okay, and I'll go into that in detail in just a second. But I'll go off of Camira, the trades of successful traders, and provide real-time automated execution for our community, allowing our individual users the ability to activate their own trades. Okay, so our Alpha Camira master accounts using algorithmic trading and execute them instantly for our community as well. Now, again, here's Algo Alpha's disclaimer when it comes to them telling you that, trading is risky, right? And that you may lose money, okay? And you may win money, but they're not going to make any guarantees. And if you don't believe me, take a screenshot and read it on your own because I'm not going to be reading this for the sake of time, okay? But the one thing I will be reading is these percentages of growth, okay? When I look at the four strategies that Algo Alpha actually has, this is the intelligent portfolio, right? It's been around for over 3 years. And in 3 years, it's increased 192% in growth, right? This is one of the ones that has zero losing months, right? And every portfolio, guys, every day you're gonna have, algorithms that win and lose every day. Okay? You just want to make sure, again, you have them that win more than they lose every month, right? And this one has had zero losing months. Now, the crypto alpha portfolio, 658% in growth. Okay, it's been open for the same amount of time as the intelligent portfolio, but it puts you in a position where you now have a riskier portfolio, which means that you can make a lot of money, you can also lose a lot of money. Okay, but here in 3 years, guys, again, um, with the risk, this company and this software has only had two losing months out of 3 years. Okay, so see that 658% growth, outstanding. Then you have the alpha trader that's only had one losing month in 3 years. Okay. And so 420% growth. Now, this is the one that's been open for about 90 days, a little bit over 3 months. 84% growth, zero losing months. And this is the portfolio that I actually have my money in because this is the amplified account. So get back with the person who invited you and they can show you how, you can get access to an amplified account, 10x account. Now, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die, says Warren Buffett. Yeah, and one of the most prolific investors in the history of investing. Okay? And so I have a saying that I don't take advice from people I would not trade places with, and he's definitely a person I would trade bank accounts with for sure, right? And so it's always been about passive income for me, residual income for me, and that's when you have the security and the comfort and the ability to really live life, guys, without having a lot of the same challenges that other people have. Okay. Now, when it comes to Aventi, our premium travel benefits, these are given to all of our members. Guys, 100% of our members get this. So now you have your own wholesale pricing booking engine where you save up to 70% on all of your travel, right? 4 and 5 star hotel and resort stays for 2 and 3 star prices, over 1 million properties globally, over 3,000 discounted curated trips, and every trip is tax deductible, right? And then for those of you who have family and friends who like to travel, but they don't want to trade, they don't want to be a part of the community, guess what? That's fine. They can actually have access through the travel program through you at $29 a month, right? And guess what? That's in 12 months, that's less than $350 a year. And they have access to everything I just read off here for you and now for them. Okay. And you have groups where you have them, they'll say some trips three, $400, $500 a day on a stay. So it pays for itself over and over and over again. And matter of fact, it costs you money not to actually have it, right? But the other thing I love about it is that everybody gets a free stay annually on your anniversary. So it could be Costa Rica, Greece, Thailand, or any of those other 3,000 locations around the world, Africa, Mexico, Latin America, Australia, Asia, doesn't matter, guys. Um, every year, 12 from the 12th month anniversary date, that vacation stay is yours. 4-star vacation stay, $4,000 or $5,000 value. Okay. Now, here's some of the things that we saw, at that time that was available when we actually did the presentation slides here. But this is the New York Millennium Hotel, Times Square, $410 a night. Like I said, you're already saving on one night more than you actually paid to have access to the whole entire program as a customer, a travel customer. 140 a night at the Seoul Miami Noble House Resort, $150 a night and Venice, Italy, as special, right? Again, to have a luxury lifestyle, guys, you don't have to pay the luxury price tag, right? And so that's one thing about people who are extremely wealthy. They don't pay full price for anything, right? They understand that savings is the new earnings and that everything that you saved was meant to be income for somebody, outside of your home. So when it stays in your home, guess what? It's income to you. So, how much does the Build Trading Academy cost to participate? You get everything that we talked about earlier. So when it comes to our core basics package, it's $199. That comes with everything except for access to Einstein, Agro Alpha, and Omni. Okay, but you get everything that you see here as well as the continuing education for $99 a month. So that's your tuition, guys, in total. Uh, Pennies on a dollar. You're getting access to live training, right? Where you can have Q&As and have conversation time with the actual traders. And so, most companies will not do that. Now, this is where I want to make sure you guys have an example of what we offer and then what could actually be charged, right? So when you look at the tuition here for the elite and premier, our elite package has, the core basics included. And then you have Einstein, your own personal assistant for trading, to help you with Forex and Forex only. Okay. Now, when it comes to Omni and Alpha, you want the assisted traders, you want something to trade for you. Uh, Now you have access to three strategies, right? And that's for $499 down, and that's $149 a month. So let me put this in perspective for you. I'll go alpha outside of our company will cost you $10,000, literally. That's the actual fact, $10,000 to enroll in one strategy, right? And it will cost you $499 a month for the actual monthly on that. So them trading on you guys, people see the value. People understand that they don't have to do the work. They just have to make a little bit of money, put a little bit of money in their trading account, and guess what? Our Alpha does the rest. People see extreme value for that. That's why they pay $10,000 down and $499 a month. Here you got it for $499 down and $149 a month. Then you have the Premier, right? Core basics. But here you get Einstein to help you with everything from Forex to options, stocks, futures, crypto, all of that, right? And then you get up to 7 strategies. Now, keep in mind, when you look at this one, when it comes to Auto Alpha, they charge $25,000 for the bundle, and they charge $999 a month for the bundle as well. And in certain cases, they charge per strategy. Okay, so that's $199 a month, for our services. Now, when you look at universities that are out there, guys, we like to see what people are doing in our space. And a lot of universities understand that some people have financial challenges where they cannot afford to pay 100% of their way. And so they allow them to recruit for those universities and they pay them some kind of way. So we want to make sure we do the same exact thing. So we have what we call refer for and pay no more. Okay. And so if you are on the basic, the core basics memberships, guess what? $99 a month. If you refer four people to the actual company and they have the basic membership, that 99 goes away. Okay. You have a free ride. Now, the elite access, if you have that one, you have that extra subscription of 149. You have four people enrolled at the elite or higher. Guess what? Now that 149 goes away. Now you have a free ride on the education and you have free access to the Omni and the Agua Alpha, apps and software. Okay. Then you have a Premier Access subscription, and that is $199 a month. But if you have four Premier members join you, guess what? That goes away. So now that $199 a month goes away, it's down to zero. Free access to all of the tech, and you actually have free ride on the education. So, guys, when it comes to build, just want you guys to understand that again, this is the time where you have to trust you, believe in you. This is the time where you're going to have to also believe in somebody else when it comes to having opportunities like this, as well as someone being able to teach you. Okay. And now you also want to make sure that you're flexible, even if trading has not been something that um, you've ever considered doing. It was never anything that my wife considered doing. As a matter of fact, she didn't trust trading at all. She thought trading was gambling, and she's my wife and her family they frown against gambling. So it's something that she had to come around to once she educated herself on the industry. And I'll say that and say that this in closing, when it comes to the just the education aspect of it, I really want to make sure that next year this time, you don't just have a job. If you have a job, you have a job and you have a portfolio of trades working for you, right? Or you have a one of our algos or one of our softwares building a portfolio, for you and while you're doing your day-to-day career or business. Okay. So if you're here, for extra money, right? Not just the education, but you want to get paid for bringing students to, the actual academy. Whereas here, every time you bring someone in and they enroll, at the core basics level, you're going to get anywhere from $20 to $50 per enrollment. Okay. Anytime you enroll anyone on the elite access, right, the elite tuition, you're going to get anywhere from $100 to $200. Okay. And then lastly, anytime you enroll someone on a premium membership, you refer that person to the Trading Academy, they get started, you're going to make anywhere from $200 to $400. Okay. Now, guess what? As your as those enrollments accumulate, guys, and even when your students that you bring on enroll and refer other people here to the program, that's still going to build your community, your trading community. So as you can see here, we're only building two sales teams and in those trading communities, and this is what it pays out, as your community grows. Okay, so this is not going to be a 1 month thing, a 1 quarter thing. We plan on being here for years, and I'm just telling you, as it does accumulate, guys, it can go from 250 a month to 700, 1,500, 8,000 a month, 15,000 a month, and residual reoccurring income based on, those, tuitions, staying with our academy. So, what I would just say is this, guys, get back with the person who invited you out here today and really tell them, one, thank you for the opportunity, and two, you don't know me, right? So you don't know me to trust me. And like my father used to always say, you have to trust someone one day. But I'll leave you with this. Okay. You look at a lot of people who have failed in life, and most people, as I heard one of my friends say a while back, he said most people don't fail in life based on the lies that were told to them. Most people fail in life based on the truth that was told to them that they failed to believe. And guys, I'm gonna just tell you right now, trading and technology, algorithm trading, this is the way of the future. And as you can see, a lot of people who lost their jobs, and by the end of this year, guys, they will not need a job ever again because of trading and because of investing. So hopefully you're one of them. So take care, guys. We'll see you guys at the top. We'll see you guys at the bank. We'll see you guys on the beaches of the world. And thank you for investing your time here with me today. And I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
Recording